Good morning. Welcome to St. Mark Ocean Park, Family, Youth, and Children Time. Today, we're going to hear a story Jesus told about a vine and its branches. We can find this story in the Holy Gospel according to John, chapter 15, verses 1 to 8. It's not a long story, but it has a lot to tell us. Let's listen to Mr. Green tell some of the children about this story. Once, in a beautiful garden, there was a wise gardener named Mr. Green. He loved his garden very much, and he spent every day caring for it. One day, Mr. Green invited a group of children to visit his garden and learn about the special plants he grew there. As the children arrived, Mr. Green greeted them with a warm smile. He led them to a row of grapevines and began to tell them a story. "Children," he said, "these grapevines are very special to me. Just like these plants, we need care and attention to grow and flourish in our lives." Mr. Green pointed to the verse written on a sign by the grapevines, and he began to tell the children about it. In the Bible, in the book of John chapter 15, Jesus tells a story about a vine and its branches. He says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me, and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." The children listened intently as Mr. Green explained the meaning of the story. "Jesus is like the main vine," Mr. Green continued, "and we are like the branches. When we stay connected to Jesus, we grow strong and healthy, just like these grapevines. But if we try to do things on our own without Jesus, it's like trying to grow without water or sunlight. We won't bear as much fruit, and we might struggle." Mr. Green then showed the children how he tended to the grapevines, carefully pruning away any dead or unhealthy branches and providing them with nourishment. Just like these grapevines need my care, we need to take care of our relationship with Jesus. We do this by praying, reading the Bible, and loving others. When we do these things, we grow closer to Jesus, and our lives become filled with good things, just like the fruit on these vines. The children nodded, understanding the importance of staying connected to Jesus in their lives. They thanked Mr. Green for his wisdom and promised to remember the lesson of the vine and the branches as they went about their days. As they left the garden, the children felt inspired to nurture their relationship with Jesus, knowing that with his love and guidance, they could grow and bear much fruit in their lives. And just like the grapevines in Mr. Green's garden, they knew they would flourish when they remained connected to him. Wow, did you listen? What a great story. I get it. Did you? Can you tell me what the vine represents? Yes, you're right. It represents Jesus. And are we in the story? Right. So, what are we in the story? Right again. We are the branches. So look at this picture here. Here's a lovely, healthy-looking tree. See that there is a main stem? That represents Jesus. That's the vine part. And the branches that are coming out? Those are us. So see how the branches are all connected to the main stem? And just as those branches need to be connected to the vine or the main stem to get water from the roots and the nutrients from the soil so that plant can bear fruit, so too we need to stay close to Jesus through prayer, reading the Bible, and obeying his teachings so we can grow in our faith and be fruitful. Well, this one here, there's a plant. It's not all that healthy looking, is it? It's not been cared for, and the winter's been pretty hard on it. Hasn't been pruned, so the branches are weak, and it's losing its leaves. This one here is a very young one. It doesn't need much pruning yet. You can see there's new buds coming out the top. And this one beside it, it's an older one that's been pruned a lot. You can see at the top, it just has a few little branches that will need to be pruned. Oh, and here's a hedge. This one has been well pruned, but there's a lot of new growth, so somebody's got to get in there and prune it before they get much bigger. Well, just like the gardener prunes a plant to help it grow better, God may remove things from our lives that hinder our spiritual growth. Wow, do you have any thoughts on what that might be? Good, sin. Sin is anything that goes against what God wants for us. Oh, negative influences. Oh, wow, great answer. You're right. This could be like friends who encourage us to do things that we know are wrong. Oh, that's a really good one. Not spending time with God is something we can prune out. So if we don't pray, read the Bible, or go to church regularly, it's like not talking to our friends for a long time. Our relationship with God will start to feel distant. It'll suffer. Worry and fear. Oh, that's a tough one. When we worry a lot or are afraid, instead of relying on Jesus or God, we try to fix everything ourselves. But God wants us to trust Him and know that He's always there to help us through difficult times. Are there any more? Oh, being selfish. Whoops. I think this is one I have the most problem with. Sometimes we can be so focused on what we want that we forget about others and about what God wants for us. Being selfish can prevent us from loving others and serving God with all our hearts. So, it's important to remember that even when we face these obstacles, God still loves us and wants to help us grow. By asking for forgiveness, by seeking His guidance and making good choices, we can overcome these challenges and continue to grow closer to Him. Well, did you know? God had a plan for that. God gave us the fruits of the Spirit. And you know what they are? Nope, you can't eat them. The fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. You can find these in Galatians. So why don't we sing about the fruits of the Spirit?
The fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. Fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. If you want to be a coconut, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. The fruit of the Spirit's not a banana. You wanna be a banana? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. You wanna be a watermelon? You might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a lemon. If you wanna be a lemon, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. The fruit of the Spirit's not a cherry. If you wanna be a cherry, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Okay! Everybody knows that grapes come in bunches, so everybody get in big bunches. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. You wanna be a grape, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, cause the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. The fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, goodness, faithfulness, and gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy,